Welcome to another episode of Russell Realty Minute with your host, Evan Russell, where Evan shares his real-world real estate experience with you. If you like what you hear, please be sure to give him a quick review right here in iTunes. Thank you for listening.
Voiceover Guy, thank you. That is our first episode with Voiceover Guy. Pretty cool. Found that guy on Fiverr, so if you're looking for some products or services that are, graphic design, voiceover, animation video, anything like that, where some of these local guys will charge you thousands and thousands of dollars, Fiverr's a pretty good thing. Get your kind of quick technology hit, get what you need, and get on. So, Russell Realty Minute. Reduced commission. Is reduced commission a marketing ploy, or is it smart marketing? Right? Does reducing the amount of commission you charge to a seller putting your services at a disadvantage? Is it not building your value? Or is it meeting the seller where they are and understanding what they need to get out of the home, having the seller understand what it costs us to sell a home, and trying to wrap their brain around what we're actually doing for, let's say, a $300,000 house at 4%, you give out 2, you keep 2. So what are we really doing for our $6,000? How many hours are we actually working with the seller, hand in hand? How many phone calls does it take, to get a $6,000 value? I get it, experience and knowledge and know-how and understanding how the business works. I understand all that sort of stuff. Obviously the better doctors charge more money. The better lawyers charge more money. Experience certainly commands a certain dollar amount. But let's not go to the extreme. We also understand that to sell a $300,000 house to pay 4% is $12,000. That's a big chunk of money. And if it's cash to the seller, you really have to build value in what you're doing to make that make some sense. Not just come in, well, I'm a real estate agent, and I'm going to put your house on the MLS, and I'm worth it. Or I'm not working for less than 2%. How dare you insult me? Right? What other industry does that? Right? Some lady comes to your house, a cleaning lady comes to your house and say, I'm charging, I'm going to charge you $200. I'm not cleaning your house for $1 less than $200. Well, if you offered her $180, is she really going to pack her bag and say, nope, I'm worth $200? No, we're the only industry that really does that. And I don't necessarily understand it. I mean, why can't we be flexible on our commission? Because a lot of times the homes are overpriced, you need a price reduction, and the difference between making the house sellable or not sellable is the 4 or 5% you're charging the seller. So 5%, on a house is quite a bit. Quite a bit. $15,000 on a $300,000 house. That's a lot of money. So the difference between listing a house at $300,000 or, $285,000, I mean, you tell me, right? The $285,000 house is going to obviously be more appealing than a $300,000 house, right? Only makes logical sense. So the difference between the house being worth $285,000 and a seller getting $285,000 is the $15,000 in commission. Now, I'm not suggesting that you don't pay a commission. I'm suggesting that sometimes when listing agents or companies try to find, a creative way to move their commission around or understand what the seller's trying to do and come down to that point, there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make them a discount broker. It doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them bad news. It doesn't make them giving you any less service, right? And in a later episode, we'll talk about what those services are and really what they cost, true numbers, what they cost. Because I can tell you, professional photography does not cost $1,500. Professional photography costs $175, maybe $200. Okay, what else are you going to do? It's going to aggregate to the other sites. So what exactly are you going to spend? And when we did the 21 questions to ask your real estate agent, we asked that. How much of your money are you going to spend on my listing? And that's a good answer, right? What is that number? And when you find that number, you'll determine, where you need to be. Sometimes paying 2% or 3% is just giving money away. So I would encourage you to think about it. When you see a discount or you see an aggressive split or a commission, don't necessarily think that it's cheap or a way out. It's someone who understands the market, who understands your conditions, what you need to get out of the house, and how to put that house on the market for, to leverage the maximum amount of, technology and the maximum amount of exposure for the least amount of cost. It's really as simple as that. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Evan Russell, Russell Realty Minute, signing out.